yourself up to the world team, to getting onto the get team, to working yourself up to the millionaire team, and yes, every single one of you getting up to the president's team. And I know that's probably hard for a lot of you to believe in the back of the room, but all these people that you see up here in the front, they were in the back of the room at one time too. See, I met all these guys when they were broke, you know what I mean? So I know their story. So I want to talk to you about follow-up, okay? We've talked a couple of things about selling the product. Follow-up is extremely important. Now, how many people in the room love follow-up? I don't like it either. Nobody likes follow-up, okay? Follow-up's kind of hard because, you know, you're there and, you know, when you sell the product, you make money instantly, and when you're following up, you're not making any money at that point. But follow-up, write this down, is where all the money is. Because, see, just getting them on the product is one step. Following up is the steps that will help them take the product correctly and get them to be customers forever. The reason I did not go to selling this kind of product in a supermarket as opposed to doing it the way that we do it is because if you bought the product from the supermarket and you came home and you used it and you didn't like the taste, no one's going to call you up from the supermarket and tell you how to make the shake differently. So I'll give you a couple of tips on when you're following up with your customers to not only get good results, but also to handle any of their little problems, okay? First I call up and I say, how you doing, Mary? And she goes, oh, awful. And here's the first thing that you do. Whenever they say, most of the time you're going to call up and you say, how you doing, Mary? Did you take your shakes this morning? They say, oh, yeah, it's just great. It tastes wonderful. It's unbelievable, okay? That's what's going to happen most of the time. But about 1 out of every 10, they're going to not pay attention to your instructions about milk, and they're going to get sidetracked. But your reaction is extremely important on how you react. So you call up and you say, how you doing, Mary? She goes, awful. Write this down. No problem. She goes, what do you mean no problem? It's no problem, okay? Let me ask you something. Now, there's these couple of questions that I ask, okay? And you never ask them like this. Did you drink the product in milk? They'll say, no. You got to go like this. Mary, what did you drink the product in? He goes, milk. And you go, aha, that's the problem. You see? And you go, listen, Mary, lots of people, when they drink the product in milk, they have these reactions, and that's what's happening to you. And Sally, I just got onto the product a week ago. She had the exact same problem with drinking the milk. She had tremendous diarrhea on the product, and all she did was get on the product with juice. She started doing it twice a day and taking the tablets 3 times a day. That's what the customers want from you. Write this down. It's one of the reasons why we ask you first to use the product. Because we know if you use the product, you're going to feel strong about the product. And then after listening to Dr. Larry May, you even feel stronger than that about the product. And so here's what your customers want. They want you to believe that they're going to lose weight even more than they believe in it themselves. They want your excitement. They want your enthusiasm. They want to see what's in your eyes, what's in your heart. Okay? And I'm telling you something. If you'll just dig down deep and feel what it's like to be the customer, okay? Because most of the customers, if they say no to you, they don't want to try this. Let me tell you something. They don't mean no. They just mean that I don't want to try on another weight loss program one more time. It has nothing to do with you. It's got nothing to do with the way the lacking in your dress or where your check's at this moment or where your business is at this moment. It just means that there's a lot of people out there that can't get the guts up one more time. That's why if we can feel down in the pit of our stomach how it is for them to be as an individual, we can talk to them, okay? And they feel what we say in our heart, and they feel what we say in our eyes, and they start to believe in how it comes out, not what you say. How you feel about what you say is what's important. And they get on the product, and finally they're losing weight, and someone who's very negative is very happy, and pretty soon the husband's on the product, and he's losing weight, and they're doing great together, and the whole family is doing great. And when they walk down every single day for the Sunday stroll, every single neighbor sees that they're looking good and feeling good, and everybody says, my goodness, the clouds are doing much better as people and stuff like that. And then they hear about the Herbalife opportunity, and they invite them down to the Tuesday night's meeting, and pretty soon they're on the world team, and pretty soon they do their 10,000 3 months and at the row, and they're at the home office, and they're becoming Get Team members.
Yeah.
Now, I want to introduce just a concept, okay, that I had all my hot distributors on when we started the company. And we really needed this in the very beginning because everybody that I got in the company in the beginning was not anywhere at all business type person, okay? They were housewives and clay potters, and they were school teachers. And but so they needed some things that would keep them on track as if they were in a regular, normal type business. And that's where I came up with this concept. Now, this is not for necessarily everyone, okay? There's people in the room here that are here today to hear about how to make $500 a month. And if that's what you're here to do, you've heard pretty much that already with just what you've seen. There's people that are here to make $50,000, $100,000 and more. That's really for you guys on this next portion, okay? And this is good for not only the person who's doing it to keep on track, but it's good for the sponsor to have to keep themselves and their people on track. So this is what I call getting 10 people a month. And this started from the very day that we opened up the company, was this plan. And this first part of the plan's got to do with the retailing that we just finished up. And that's talking to 10 people a day about the product. 10 people a day about the product. And the way you approach this really is the same way you approach your regular job, okay? And because this is a free enterprise business, and because this is your own business, and you're the president and the chairman of the board of your own company, you have to adopt certain habits, okay, as if you were in a regular job, even though this isn't very regular what we're doing here. It's far beyond what we would do. But in a regular job, you check in at 9, and your boss would tell you, these are the things you must do all day long till 5 o'clock, or you're fired, okay? And in Herbalife, you don't get fired if you don't do these. You just make less money, okay? If you do these things, you can make lots of money, okay? And this is what I call employing yourself as an individual Herbalife distributor. And that's to get the habit of talking to 10 people a day about the product, okay? Now let's just say that we're going to be real generous to you here, and you're going to take off weekends, so you're only going to work 22 days in the month, and 22 days in the month times 10 people a day you talk to on the products, that's 220 people that you talk to, okay? If you just got a quarter, okay, of these 220 people that you talk to during the day, that's 50 people that would get onto the product. And that would give you a start of a good retail base. Now the average sale, what's the average sale out here? 200. Wow, you guys are good salespeople. Okay, I'll say they say it's $200, I'll cut it in half, okay? Let's say it's only $100, okay? That's $5,000 worth of business that you'd be doing a month. And at 40%, that's $2,000 a month or $24,000 a year, okay? From just talking to 10 people every single day. And when I was with the TAB team yesterday, they were telling me that the average secretary, okay, in a normal job makes about $1,000 a month, okay? So for just talking to 10 people a day, And not having the boss who's yelling at you all day long, and you got to serve him coffee, and you got to put up with all the stuff of a normal job. 10 people a day, and you'd make twice as much as the average secretary. I mean, that's incredible. Now, we're going to talk a lot more about this 10-10 concept as we go through the day and we get into recruiting, okay? But that finishes up kind of the retail portion. The only other thing I wanted to say on retail, okay? Whenever I finish up a sale, okay, and you guys can do this any way you want to. Some people get their referrals when they do the follow-up. I like to get into referrals right away and ask for them. I don't always get them, okay, but I go for it right away. So there's two things I do after I make the sale, okay? Because at some point, while you're talking to them about the products, they say, that's it, I don't want to get any more product, that's it, okay? I say, okay, no problem. There's no reason to spend any more money here today, but let me take you through some of the other products that we have just so that you can keep these in mind, okay? What about the shampoo in your hair, okay? They say, well, yeah, geez, I wash my hair. Say, listen, does anybody else in your family wash their hair? Well, yeah, my husband. Anybody else? Yeah, my 2 children. Okay, so there's 4 people right there that are going to use shampoo and rinse. What kind of products are you using? Oh, Bedell Sassoon. Oh, you're not even going to believe how great our product is compared to that. Now, listen, you got 4 people in the
What up? What up? What up? It's your boy. It's Lightweight Cracking on the call today. Okay, this is what it's about. It's Lightweight Cracking. I see who's Brandon on the call. Marcus, I see you branded. I see you with the sweatshirt. Maricel, can't see. Jorge, I see you with the hat. Los, I don't see you with nada. We need 5 push-ups right now. 5. Actually, a quick 10 right now. Quick 10 right now. 10. Facts. You better push your button on too. Before. I know you just came out. Right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Easy. Oh yeah. Give me some. Yeah. One more extra. That's what we like. Yeah. That way. Alexa, what's up? We see you branded or no? Do we see you branded or not? No. We need 10 squats or 10 push-ups real quick. That's what we need. Bridget, do I see you branded or no? Oh, I see you, girl. I see you. What is she doing?
Oh, that's Alexis.
What is that?
What's that?
What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? We need 10 push-ups or 10 squats.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, we said, yeah, man, we serious.
I got you. Fuck.
Somebody wanna do 10 for it or no?
I got you, fam.
Or Marcus, you got it? Oh, okay, you gonna do it for
I
it?
got you, fam. I don't know if you can see this, but I got you. You can see in the mirror. You can see in the mirror. Oh, it's there. I'm hitting it.
It's all right.
You can see.
Easy work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's what we like. Welcome to the do the extra. Yeah. More. First cut get done. Let's go. Easy work. Welcome to the call, you guys. Welcome to the Sunday call. It is December 16th. We are already 2 weeks in of the last month of 2018.
I felt like I needed that.
Well, for those who don't know, Jerry Cooper, active royalty member, been in the business 5.5 years. Well, I've signed up 5.5 years ago. I've been doing it about 4.5. My first month in the business, which is my first month getting results, I gained 4 pounds of lean muscle. I'll just say healthy weight. I ain't gonna say it was lean muscle, but healthy weight, dropped 4% body fat, fired up about what was possible. Started talking to people about the business. After that, it just kind of perpetuated into what you see it is today. For those who follow me on Instagram or those who don't know me or whatever, and for those who will watch the call in the future, you are joining one of the greatest organizations in the world, and it's amazing. Jorge, who that is? Who you got with you, bro? Who is that? Go ahead and unmute.
Who that is?
So your Wi-Fi just not that good. Can't hear you. I can't even hear you. We can't even hear you. Can y'all hear me?
Sign language.
Hear me.
Sorry, sign language.
Okay. Jorge, what's the deal, bro? You got something hooked up, or we just need you to do regular, bro? We don't need all that extra. Why is yours? I'm unmute. Hey, stop unmuting, Marcus. You know what?
I'm not trying to, man. I'm not trying to. Keep messing with me.
All right, let me just. All right, cool. I'm gonna just. There we go. Boom. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with Jorge, but anyway, for those who are gonna watch the call in the future, yes, Jerry Cooper, active world teamer, been in business 4.5 years. It's been an amazing ride. Changed my life. I'm from East Oakland, California. My life wasn't supposed to be like this, but it's amazing, and it's only gonna get better. But if you were on the call, most of you guys were on the call right before we started, so you guys heard Takesha, what up? You guys heard. You got your button on? Hold up. But we gonna get her too. Don't think I'm not gonna get her too. You got your button on? Or what? Is you branded or what? See her Wi-Fi just. You see that image? What's? Talk to me. You got your button?
No.
We need 10 push-ups or 10 squats.
Huh?
10 push-ups or 10 squats.
Okay.
Right now on video.
Not a problem, yo.
That's what we like. Not a problem. That's what we like. I like that robe you got on, Gus, and them pajama pants.
No.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Stop.
Easy. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we need 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. There we go. Yeah, let's go. That's what we like. Let's go. All right. So now, look, get some more. Yeah. You about to be a president's team member.
Everything.
That's all that means. You about to be a president's team member. Just go ahead and continue to be great. That's all we want. Just greatness. Thank you. We appreciate that. Thank you. So for those who watched the call, when you guys heard Mark, he was just talking right now. He was talking about follow-up. Right. Raise your hand if follow-up is your favorite thing to do. First of all, raise your hand if you like doing follow-up. I do not like doing follow-up. I do not like doing that at all. I promise. I feel like my job is done when I get you on the products. I send you your meal plan. I send you your workout plan. I tell you how to use them. I tell you, if you do this, you will get results. I feel like my job is done then. But the reality of it is, it's not done at that time, because you must follow with that person. Because I don't know how many times I told people 2 scoops of Formula One, 2 scoops of protein drink mix, 8 to 10 ounces of water, blend it or shake it. I don't know how many times I've said that, and somebody might be like, did you say 1 scoop and 1 scoop? Is it 3 scoops and 2 scoops? Do you put juice or do you put water? Like, dude, say it on the email. And I told you, but you know what? That's okay. That's why I'm here.
It says on the canister.
I'm here to give my services to people. You see what I'm saying? So I follow with my people. My follow-up schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't text my clients every day because I know they don't want to hear from me every day. And you know what? I don't necessarily have the time to talk to them every day because I'm doing other things within my business as well as just living my regular life. So I follow up Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I give them the weekend. On Fridays, I'd be like, yo, what you getting into this weekend? Da-da-da-da-da. Right? And then on Monday, I'll ask them, yo, how was that? So now you building that relationship deeper than just, how's your results doing? Or did you finish your shakes or whatever? Because at the end of the day, you want these people to stay with you for life. This is a business. Like, don't forget that this is a business. So you want these people to stay with you for life, because at the end of the day, the retail income is always amazing. And you want to be able to have that at any time. You want to have that possible at any time of the day, all year long. So keep your relationships with your customers. And if you don't have relationships with your customers now, start building relationships with them. Because this is what I tell you guys, right? I had a client. I'm gonna give you guys an example. I had a client. She's been my client for about like 3 or 4 years or something like that, right? Which was a referral from one of my other clients actually. And so I've been helping her out for the last 3, 4 years. She didn't drop like 30 pounds, kept it off, whatever. Always ordered products. She's actually a preferred member. So through my goodwill and my good services to this girl, this woman, whatever, right? She was like, "Yo, I'm going to the Drake concert. Do you want to go with me?" She had an extra ticket. She was like, "Yeah, do you want to come with me? Like, you've been helping me out all these years. I want to, repay you, da, 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 da." I guarantee you, if I wasn't a good coach, if I didn't follow with that person, if I only sold her products, she would have never thought of me. And the thing about it is, this is what's crazy to me. Out of all the people in the world that she could have took with her, she decided to take her health coach. Why? It was because of the person I was being the last 3 to 4 years. So the question is about this. Who are you being to your clients? Who are you being to your customers? Who are you being to your team? Do you show up for your team? Right? Now, just imagine if we had a team call, right? We do this call on Sundays. I say the call is at 7:00 and the call don't start until 7:30. Y'all gonna be like, "Yo, what's up with bruh? Like, he talk about 7? We all got things that we got to do, right? And I understand that people are making time to be on this call, and I definitely appreciate it. But at the end of the day, if I don't start on time, why would y'all ever get on? You see what I'm saying? If you don't never follow up with your people, why would they stay with you? If you don't never check on them, why would they keep buying products from you? Right? So even though follow-up is probably one of the more not pleasant things to do, I mean, at the end of the day, it's really not that bad, right? It's just sending a text and making a call or whatever, right? But at the end of the day, it's just consistently doing it. How consistent are you being consistent on following up? Are you consistent for 1 week, or you been consistent for a whole year? That's a big difference, right? And the follow-up, there's pennies in the sale, fortune in the follow-up. You would not believe how many people that I done got from clients, from referrals from other people, because I followed up and asked, "Hey, do you know anybody else that wants to get in shape? Do you know anybody that's been noticing your results? I know you're feeling great. Do you know anybody that wants to feel great just like you?" You know what I'm saying? So those are just some tips that I would say about following up. You could create your own follow-up schedule. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is what works for me. But if you want to do the 1 day, 3 day, 7 day, 14 day one, like it is on myherbalife.com, you can find that. You can find the follow-up schedule from Herbalife on the website. You can do that as well. But I'm just saying Monday, Wednesday, Friday work best for me and my people. But that's just what it is. So I just want to get into the call, obviously, and other things. We all signed up as distributors, right? Raise your hand if you've made, first of all, the call went somewhere. Raise your hand if you made $1 doing Herbalife so far. $1. Right. I know Marisol has. I know that. Keep it awesome. I see that she raised your hand. That's awesome that you could do that like that. So you made $1, right? Awesome. Dope. Check it out. This is cool. We all paid. Well, for me, I signed up when I paid. It was $68 to become a distributor, right? So for all you guys that paid $100, that's just what it is. I'm sorry. But look, though, this is the thing. It was an investment. It was one of the biggest investments that I made in my life. Actually, probably the best investment that I made in my life, right? I paid I paid $68 to sign up for my own business. And over the course of 4.5 years, I can't even, in my mind right now, I can't even tell you how much money that I have made, but I've made some bands doing Herbalife. And I signed up for $68. It was the investment. It was awesome. It was dope. What are you getting on your investment? What return are you getting on your investment right now, right? Think about that. And if you aren't getting the return that you are looking for, what can you do to get it? What is your action levels like? Are you showing up to events? Are you that person that's getting on all the calls necessary? Are you the person that's asking the questions? Because the thing about it is, yeah, you signed up for $68, but I don't want you to be out of your, or yeah, you signed up for your $100. I don't want you to be out of your 100, right? I want you to get that back 1,000 times more though. So what is it going to take for you to start creating more income with Herbalife? I'm going to tell you one of the biggest things that I've learned to make money in this business, right? Obviously retailing, right? Hand-to-hand money every day. But if you want to get really excited about doing the business long-term, you need to be able to sponsor people. That is how you're going to move up in this business, by creating leverage within your team, creating an organization, right? So sponsoring people. This is the question. How many people have you sponsored this year? Think about that. And if you're new, it's cool. Like, I get it. Like, you probably haven't sponsored anybody yet. Actually, I know you guys haven't. I know the numbers. I see the numbers. But if you're new, it's all right. But if you've been around for over 3 months, 4 months, how many people have you brought into the business that say, hey, I want to do what you do? Think about it. You don't have to say it on the call or whatever or anything like that. But think about how many people you done brought in, right? Because it's a numbers game. I can't tell you how many people I've sponsored, talk to them about the business. They say they want to do it and they don't do anything, right? Or how many people have experienced that? You've signed people up. You was like, you know what? It's going to be awesome. We're going to go to presidents. Or they were like, we're going to go to president's team. And we're going to travel the world. And it's going to be freaking dope. And then they don't show up to the next event. Or they don't do what they said they was going to do. They don't even do any volume points. That's just what's going to happen, right? You cannot get discouraged about that, okay? Because there's going to be people that are willing to fight for their dreams. And there's going to be people that's going to just get in line for whatever their boss's dreams are, right? And that's just the reality, okay? And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, and I always say this every call. It's not a bad thing if you want to stay at your job and work your job. It's not a bad thing. If you love your job, continue to stay there and grow within the company, right? But if you do not want to do that, you need to be able to move up in the business. So you need to be able to articulate what you do to people and make it look cool. You have to be the Herbalife person in your community, in your city, right? What is it going to take for you to be the Herbalife person? For you to wear your button everywhere? Are you going to have to carry Formula One everywhere with you? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to have to be talking to everybody everywhere you go about Herbalife? Because the thing about it is, if you're the Herbalife person in your city, the city is part of your legacy. If the city is part of your legacy, what does your organization look like? If you had, listen, I live in the Bay, right? If the city, I live in Hayward. I'm from Oakland, but whatever. We'll just use Hayward as the example. If the city of Hayward was in my organization, what does that make me? At least a president's team member. At least if the city was in my business, right? So what is it going to take for you to get out into them streets and talk to the city? What is it going to get out and talk to them people in the stores? You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is what I got going on. I'm starting to build a community of people, healthy people that want to get in shape, good vibes, smiling, getting fit, making money. You know what I'm saying? Traveling the world, inspiring people, making an extra $500 a month, making an extra $1,000 a month, making an extra $2,500 a month, right? This is what I want to create. How many people are you talking to about that? And in turn, are you doing that or not? Because that's the difference maker between the people that make it and the people that don't, is if they do it. Because this in between is simple. Use the products, wear the brand, talk to people, right? That's what I do all the time. I use the products. Obviously, my results is crazy, right? First of all, if you don't have results, you need to get them. Now, if you have results prior to Herbalife, that is awesome. But now we need you to get on Herbalife results, because the people that are watching you want to see what the products do for you, right? For me, I didn't work out at all before I started doing Herbalife. So after I started working out, obviously people was like, yo, that's what Herbalife does. You know what I'm saying? I know Alexa, she was already super fit. I know Bridget, she was already super fit. I know Takesha, she was already super fit before Herbalife. So now it's like, what can you do to increase or enhance or change the results that you currently already have, right? So, okay, you might have to order your own products. First of all, personal consumption. All right, let's get this straight. I'm glad that I brought this up now, because me and Bridget was talking about this earlier, or yesterday or whatever. Personal consumption, all right? When you log on to My Herbalife, you guys know that wheel, right? The green wheel, it'll say 0% or whatever percent it is that you're at right now. Green means documented volume. Red means volume that can possibly be documented. The yellowish, orangish color is personal consumption. You guys need to know that you do get paid on personal consumption. So don't think that you do not. You do. If everybody in your downline is ordering personal consumption, yes, it doesn't count for you qualifying for different levels, but you do still receive income on personal consumption. So don't be afraid to order personal consumption. Like, don't be afraid. And actually, the truth of the matter is, because I get it, I understand. I know that you want to get that documented volume. I understand that. You know, you want to hit your cuts. I get that, right? But you don't want to cheat the system, right? Because eventually, because I'm going to tell you guys, eventually Herbalife will call.
Yeah.
And they will be like, yo, why you ain't got no personal consumption, bro? Like, what you been doing? You don't want to get that call from Herbalife because then you're going to have to explain, and you don't need to do that, okay? Just order under personal consumption. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, however you go maneuver it, do it. You know what I'm saying? But order some products under personal consumption for you because you'll still get paid. And now just imagine, right? If you have people in your organization, when you get an organization, ordering products for them. If the culture is for them to order products and they know that doesn't count for documented volume, they're going to go that much harder to get that documented volume with their results. Because we all know what it's like when we start to drink that tea in the morning with the lift off, you feel fired up, right? When you can explain that feeling to somebody else, then they'll get on the products and then you'll have your documented volume. But as an organization, we want to be able to create that personal consumption culture for us. High personal consumption, high volume, high results. Where really goes high personal consumption, people see our results, then it gets high volume, XYZ. But that's what the results part is. And for the business side is, don't forget what we have. Don't forget the ability that we have. How many times have you guys talked to people, right? And this is a perfect example. How many times have you guys talked to people and they say, oh, I don't have the money to afford it right now, or I got to wait till I get paid next week, right? That is a problem. Like, not for the simple fact that, well, yes, for the simple fact that they can't afford the products from you, but just in general that they're saying they can't afford to dish out the extra $100 whatever dollars it may be. The basic program, the most basic program that we offer, right, as far as the shakes, is the shake and the protein. It's about $100, depending on where you live at. The tax may be different, whatever. I know it's like $113 in the Bay. In Vegas, it might be a little bit cheaper. I don't know, but it's around $100, right? If somebody says, yo, I have to wait till I get paid or I can't dish out that $100, that's a problem, right? And you need to be able to say, like, look, check it out. There's an opportunity for you. Because this is the thing. If they tell you right now that they can't dish out $100 for the products and they have to wait till whenever, that means that from this very point until the time they get paid, life has to be exactly perfect. Life cannot go wrong. You cannot get a flat tire. You cannot bust a head gasket. You cannot have something happen to your car or whatever. Life has to go absolutely 100% perfect for them to be able to live their life how they say they want to live it within this next week or 2 weeks, right? Is that reality? Raise your hand if you think that's reality. Right, that's not reality. So the thing about it is, we have to be able to offer the opportunity for people to make income. Don't be afraid to talk about the money to people. Don't be afraid to talk about, hey, check it out. You should be doing a little bit better than that. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, if you know the person, you could come at them like that. But if you don't, like, you know, just however you need to word it, however the conversation is going, whatever road is going, be able to talk to that person and like say, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm creating, and this is where I'm going. And be excited about it. Because people just want to be a part of something. If you're a part of something, if you could pull up pictures, if you could pull up your before and after, if you could pull up, this is where I'm going, this is the next trip we're going on, these are my friends, look at his results, da-da-da-da-da, look at her results, da-da-da-da-da. Nobody's going to say, nah, I'm cool, I don't want to do that. Nobody's just going to straight up and say, no, I don't want results, no, I don't want to be a part of community, no, I don't want to be part of the positivity. Unless they're just the most negative person in the world, right? And if they're the most negative person in the world, that's okay. It's billions of other people. Don't get caught up on the one person. Don't get discouraged from the one person. You see what I'm saying? And just don't be afraid to say, let me get this off the screen. Hold up. My bad. I'm trying to X this out. Deny. Okay, cool. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Because I'm going to tell you there's been people there's some of you guys that I've signed up, right? I've talked to you guys and I said, listen, this is what's possible for you, even though you saw me do it. And you were like, I don't know. And I kept like, yo, this is what's possible. This is what's possible. You should join. And finally to the point, you was like, you know what? This only makes sense. There's been so many people that have signed up that's on this call and that's not on this call. And I'm like, look, this is what's possible. You can do this business. How many people are you talking to a day? 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 0 people? If you're talking to 0 people, is this really what you want to do? Think about that. If this is what you really want to do, if you come into the mindset like, hey, I want to get a new client, I want to get a new distributor, there's no way you can be sitting at the house all day and not say nothing to nobody. It just doesn't work like that. So either 1, you hella lazy, or 2, you really just don't want to do it. And that's fine either way. Like, I'm not making you wrong for that, but you just need to be real with yourself about what it is. Because I don't want you to get discouraged and say, oh, Herbalife doesn't work, or oh, the business is just not for me. Like, no, you just not working. You just not putting in effort, right? Because I guarantee, Raina was popping, right? I guarantee at your job, if they tell you to do this, you're going to do it. Because if you don't, they'll fire you. Well, why don't you just create something that you can never get fired from? What if you just work hard for 5 years and give it 120, right? Be right back. About to go pick up. Look, handle your business, bro. I ain't mad. Family time is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Give 5 years of 120. I'm mad. And I can tell you this. I've been doing Herbalife 4.5 years. This last year was my first year giving it 120 all year. That's just the reality of it, right? I've been doing Herbalife for 4.5 years. In this last year, from the beginning of January till now, I've been giving it 120 all year. I can't say that for the 3.5 years before. I was having fun. I was, caught up in other shit. You know what I'm saying? Just being a young kid. You know what I'm saying? But now, as I sit here on this call as a 26-year-old, I'm like, listen, I got to change my life, period. But I've been having this mindset. So it's like, look, what can I do today that'll help me tomorrow? What can I do this week that'll set me up properly for next week? If I talk to this person today, will they get signed up? Maybe not. But if I keep following up with them, they'll eventually sign up. Bridget's a perfect example of that. Takesha's a perfect example of that. Alexa's kind of a perfect example of that. Kind of, sort of, right? Yeah, right? So if you continue to stay in action, there's nothing that can't happen to you that if you don't want it to. You have to continuously stay in action. Sometimes you might have to put in, I think I said this the other week, you might have to put in a $10 million effort to get a $10,000 return at first. At first. But if you continue again and again and again, that turnover will be a $2 million return, a $4 million return. Have you ever heard the term a penny doubled every day? Have you guys ever heard that term? So the thing it goes like this. If somebody offered you $50,000 right now, cash in your hand, or somebody said, yo, will you take a penny a day double, right? I think the penny a day ends up being like $2 million or something like that, right? So something of that nature. I don't know the exact numbers or whatever, but it's like that. Is your actions like the penny, or are you just okay with the 50,000 right now? Are you okay with putting in work on the front end, or are you just okay with this success that just came to you right now? Are you okay with luck, or are you okay with all hustle? That's why I always hashtag, if you guys follow, I know all you guys follow me on Instagram, all hustle, no luck. I guarantee you, if you take that mentality on, things will start to happen in your business. All hustle, no luck. I met Takesha, that was hustle. I met her in the barbershop, I started talking to her. Bridget, that was all hustle. Maricel, that was all hustle. Cupid, that was all hustle. Jorge, it was all hustle on my end for him to see me to say, hey, I want to do what you do, right? All hustle, no luck. The people that come into your business is not by accident. She's probably the only person that was just like, okay, I'll just sign up, right? Yeah, she was probably like, she actually didn't even have an option to sign up. I was like, look, your ass signed it up. You feel me? But other than that, though, it's going to take effort from you to change your life. It's going to take effort from you to get out of the situation that you're in today. It's going to take effort from you to be a different person. You have to change who you are if you want to change your situation. If you want more, you must become more. Are you willing to give up to go up? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. Because if you're not, you're going to stay in the same position that you're in right now. And 5 years going to go by and you're going to be like, damn, I'm still in the same position. You see what I'm saying? Talk to people about their job. Talk to people about what they're doing. Talk to people if they want to join what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, if you're serving at a job, and there's nothing wrong with service. I love them. We need them, right? But if you're serving at a job for 5 years, what more can you do than that? Like, what's the ladder of success for a server? Maybe the store manager. You see what I'm saying? What's the ladder of success for a warehouse worker? What's the ladder of success for a Lyft driver? You see what I'm saying? Like, you need guys to think about that, because this is the thing. The promise is, if you bring in this many people that do this amount of work, you will level up to the next level. You will become a global expansion team member. $1,200 to $5,000 a month. You will become a 2,500 get team member, 5,000 to 8,000 a month. You will become a millionaire team member, 8,000 to 15,000 a month. You will become a president's team member, 20,000 to 50,000 a month. That is what's possible for you. That is the promise that is guaranteed if you work, if you earn it, right? There is no cap on what we're doing here. There is zero cap. They don't care about your color. They don't care about your size. They don't care about your race. They don't care about your gender, your background, if you have felonies or anything. They don't care about that. All they care about is if you can get onto them streets, or you're going to talk about what it's done for you and how you can change the next person's life. That's why I'm never afraid to walk up to people, because I know what I can do for them. I know the capability of when you pay that $100 and you sign up and you give it $120, I know that your life can change. You can't say that about, if you come serve at Applebee's, your life will change. And like I'm saying, I'm not shaming. I actually love Applebee's. I actually really love it. 2 for $20. They actually changed it to like 2 for $24, something like that. So it ain't 2 for $20 no more. But I love Applebee's. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. All I'm just saying is, and just the reality of it is, there's nothing that will change your life about you being a server. There's nothing that'll change your life about you being a warehouse worker. There's nothing that'll change your life about you being a taxi driver, right? There's nothing that'll change your life about you being the cleanup guy at your job. How many of you guys see the janitor that's at your job, if you have a job? Do you guys think that they say, look, this has been my lifelong dream to be a janitor? And I'm not saying it's bad to be a janitor, but I guarantee you that's not their dream. I guarantee it. There's people out here that's only at a job because it pays them enough for them to be able to do just enough to get by. But there's people out here living a life as fully qualified president's team members. 15K president's team, 20K president's team, 30K president's team, living magnificent lives, traveling the world, speaking on stage, wearing the nice clothes, the designer clothes, driving the nice cars, inspiring the masses of people, giving back to their families, giving back to their communities, doing what they want when they want on their time. There's people doing these things that are in the same business that we're in. Guess what? They still drink the same shakes we do. They still wear the same buttons that we do. They still got to bring people to the same events that we go to. There's nothing different about the events. There's nothing different about the products. There's nothing different about the button. The only difference is you and how much work you're willing to put in for how long of time. Right? I was listening to Grant Cardone the other day. Enough action taken over enough time will get you the results that you are looking for. And I always ask this question, and it's just serious. We got new people on the call now. Pat L. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. What's the deal, bro? Is it worth it? As a president's team member, you minimally make $22,000 a month, minimally, bro. Is it worth it to give it 3 to 7 years to make $20,000 a month? Is it worth? Raise your hand if you think it's worth it to make $20,000 a month, and it's damn near never taken away from you, right? Is it worth it, right? Everybody on this call raise their hand, right? Awesome. Now, is it now? Look at it in retrospect to, okay, I'm gonna be at my job, right? And like I said, disclaimer: if you love your job, don't listen to this. But if you don't love your job, is it worth being at your job for 40 years? Let's just cut it back, 35 years. How old would you be in 35 years? How old will I be? I can't even do math right now. Let me see. In 35 years, I'll be, let me see.
Double your age now. No.
I'll be 61 in 35 years. I do not want to be at a job for the next 35 years at a place I don't even support. I work security right now at Google. Do you think I really support security at Google? Not really. I'm just there because it's paying me right now. But I tell you what, I am chasing my dreams, though. I am a dream chaser. I am showing up to the events. I am doing team calls every Sunday. I am talking to people every day. Because listen, check it out. We already know this. At the end of 2020, we're going to be a 1% organization. All the people on this call right now, what success are you going to have within that? What are you guys going to be? Think about that. This is going to be awesome. There's going to be people that excel. There's going to be people that dissipate. And there's going to be new people that's going to be brought in. Who are you going to be within that? What success are you going to have? Are you yourself going to be a 1%er by the end of 2020? Because I'm going to tell you what, it's very possible. I've seen people do it in 15 months. I've seen people do it in 2 years. I've seen people do it in 3 to 5 years, right? I've seen people that signed up when I signed up that are higher than me, and I've seen people that signed up when I signed up that are no longer around. And before me and after me and the whole shit. So the thing about it is, if you stay long enough, you will be a champion. These are the facts. I didn't make it up. That's just what it is. If you stay long enough, you will be a champion. 5 years to give it 120 for you to be a president's team member. And if you end up at a millionaire team, if you end up at the millionaire team level, that's not really that bad. Okay, I'm making 13 bands a month. I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm traveling the world. I'm giving money back to my mom or your family, your dad or whoever, right? Grandma, grandpa, uncle, you feel me, auntie, cousins, whoever, right? You giving money back, you traveling the world, doing your thing. That's going to be awesome. You don't got no boss. Ain't nobody got to say, hey, look, Alexa, have your ass. I know you want to travel, right? I know you want to go to the Bahamas. Have your ass here back on Monday. Okay? That's not what you want to hear. That's not what I want to hear. I don't want that for you. Look, Takesha, we know that you got to go to that Herbalife trip in New Orleans. Look, check it out. You better be back here Monday or Tuesday morning cutting hair, girl. That's not what you want to hear. Marcus, look, we know you going to the Herbalife trip. Monday come, you better have your ass back here in that suit, ready to tailor it up for people. That's not what you want to do. That's not what I want to do. I want to be able to do what I want to on my terms. What is it going to take from all of us? Right? Let's set the standard for us right now that we're going to live our lives differently today. Yes, it's the end of the year. People are getting excited to be at the end of the year. Oh my God, I can't wait to leave 2018. Raise your hand if you had a good year this year. Raise your hand. If this is a good year for you. Raise your hand if you would like to leave this year in the dust. Right? Okay. And we on both sides. This is the thing. Everybody's excited for the new year, new me. But are you excited for the new day? Are you excited for the opportunity that you're given every day? Because every day is a new opportunity for you to change your life. I promise it is. I woke up one morning and I said, listen, I don't want to be living like this no more. That's literally what happened to me. I don't want to be living like this no more. I don't want to be broke as hell. I'm looking at my bank account. I'm bare. Look, have you ever had more month than money at the end of the month? More month than money. The worst. It's like, fuck. What am I going to do? You see what I'm saying? Okay, because we got Herbalife now, we can retail, right? Okay, cool. Let me go talk to 5 people today to get 1 or 2 to order products, right? That's the beauty of what we do. You can get paid on spot. At your job, you got to put in the work and then get paid 2 weeks later or a week later, depending on if you buy weekly or every week, right? We can get paid daily, and then we get paid on the 15th, and then we get paid on the 20th. We got 2 pay dates within Herbalife, but we can get paid all throughout the month. Who's made some money this month already? If you made it $1 this month, raise your hand. At least $1. Okay? Look, check it out. If you did not raise your hand, that's a problem. Not for me, but for you. There's no way you should be able to go. Listen, you need to be getting volume on the first day of the month. So what you do, so now think of it like this. If you didn't make any money on the first day of the month, this month, what you do today, my friends, today, leading up until the end of the year, will perpetuate for January, because everybody knows January comes. Alexa, you were saying it yourself. January is the month where it's most cracking. You know what I'm saying? People want to spend the most money on fitness and health and everything. New year, new me, right? Are they going to pull the trigger on you? What are you doing today in the 2 weeks that's coming up to end 2018 for when that person that's been watching you do your Herbalife thing for the past however long you've been doing it will say, hey, you know what? I'm ready to sign up. What do I need to get started with? Are you setting yourself up for success now? That's the thing. That's what I did when I first started. I was like, look, check it out. 2014 is about to come. Let's get it cracking. XYZ, boom, boom, boom. And when January hit, look, Pat will tell you, right? Pat will tell you it was a surge when that new year came. I was like, look, boom, boom, boom. I hit like 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, qualified supervisor, went to LDW, saw the big picture, took it on one after that, right? That's what it was for me. What is your story going to be? Like, I'm able to say, oh, I saw the vision and I was able to go active world team after. What is your story going to be? Are you going to say you saw the vision and you went global expansion team after? Or are you going to say, oh, I saw the vision and I stayed there because I didn't want to do the work or I was too lazy? You don't want to say you was too lazy because this is the thing. You're going to see somebody on this call stay around and go all the way. That's what you're going to see, whether you stay or you don't. You're going to see it. I would love for you guys to be a part of the journey than rather watch from the outside. And create your own journey and create your own inspiration. Just imagine right now, if this call was your own call with your people on the organization, in your organization. How would you show up? What person would you need to be for you to have this amount of people on the call, on your team call? Who do you have to be daily for that to happen? What actions do you need to take for that to be you, right? Do you have to show up to the events and actually learn? Do you have to get on the calls and actually be attentive on the calls, right? Do you have to actually go out and talk to people about what you're doing? Are you going to have to get over the fear of rejection? It's going to have to take something from inside of you to do something different, because right now where you at is not where you want to be in the long run. Right now, I have to become a whole new person to become a global expansion team member and a 2.5 member and a millionaire team member and beyond. I'm going to have to be a new person, so I'm going to have to continuously learn and get better and strip myself down and build it back up. Are you guys willing to do the same? Are you willing to go through them trenches? Are you willing to go through them winters to get to those summers, right? And for those that don't know, the winters is when you're talking to everybody. People are saying no, they're not signing up with you. You know what I'm saying? Your volume is low, right? Those are the winners. But the summer is like, yo, when you cracking, you feeling good, you posting, somebody hitting you up like, yo, let me get that. Everybody you talk to is like, yeah, let me get the products. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I love that coffee that you've been talking about. Oh, that lift off, it looks so good in the morning. What's that shake flavor? Pumpkin spice, roasted peanut. You see what I'm saying? That's the summers. When people are bringing you people like, look, this is my coach. They're super amazing. They want to get started. She wants to lose 50 pounds. She got $500. How can she start? Those are the summers, right? When you show up to the events and you got 5 people with you, 7 people with you, 12 people with you. Those are the summers. When you're fired up to do Herbalife, when you're excited to get on the calls because you done made some money last month or today. Right? It's way more exciting to talk about doing Herbalife when you made money. Definitely, right? But if you ain't made no money, you still got to be excited because you have the opportunity to. You have the ability to. It's there for you. All you got to do is go out there and grab it. President's team is already yours. It's already written for you. You just got to take the steps necessary to go after it. It's just like reading a book, right? You're reading a book. You can never know what the next chapter is going to be like until you read the first chapter you're in now. You must take the steps in right now to get to the next chapter that will lead you to your next level. You see what I'm saying? President's team is already yours. It's already written. Jorge Rodriguez, Bridget Devaney, Takesha Wright, Alexa Cooper. You guys are all President's team members already. Now you just got to manifest it and live in it beforehand. So then when it's actually there, you're not surprised. I'm not going to be surprised when we hit global expansion team because it's already there in my mind. It's already written. I'm not going to be surprised when we hit millionaire team. It's already written. I'm not going to be surprised when we hit president's team because it's already written. If you have that mindset, it's already going to be manifested and it's already going to come to you. It may take some time. It may take some effort, but it's already there. But if you don't have that vision, if you don't have that ability to see what's not there yet, then it'll never go there. And you'll just be lost in the sauce. Because I know what it's like to be lost in the sauce and you're just like, oh, I'm just doing Herbalife, whatever. Like, yeah, people come to me. Yeah, awesome, dope. I know what it's like to be lost in the sauce. And I know what it's like to be intentional. And the thing is, it's way more fun when you're intentional. Promise. Promise. Right? We have any shares from the STS yesterday? Does anybody want to share anything from the STS yesterday if they win? You do? Jorge, go. Nah, bro. You got to go ahead and, you feel me? What's up? Like, you may have to log out and log back in. You feel me? I don't know. Nah. You want to go ahead and, okay, let me go ahead and, you feel me? Anybody else want to share from yesterday's? Oh, I hear noise. I hear you. That's you? Nah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you then. You want to share from yesterday, SDS? First of all, who is that? Who is that? What they shit on? You do want to share? You know. No one wants to share. Okay, awesome, dope. We don't got to share. What did I want to go over? Oh, JKO is coming up. Winter will be long. Okay, let me see. Winter will be long and can be painful, but not longer or better than the feeling of summer. Yes, facts. Summer always feels way better than the winters. But this is what I will tell you. As good as the summers feel, the winters is what shape you. The winters is what's going to test you. The winters is what's going to cut you. Everybody say they want to be a diamond until it's time to get cut. Y'all might have heard that before. Y'all might have not. Y'all can just go ahead and put that as a bar. Okay. Y'all can just put that as a bar. Bless you, girl. Everybody want to be a diamond until it's time to get cut. You're going to have to go through some shit on your way to president's team. That's just what it is. Nobody wants to hear the fairy tale story about, oh, yeah, I signed up. Everybody I talked to said yes. I showed up to my event, or I showed up to the event, and my organization just kept going bigger and bigger and bigger, and I hit president's team in 1 year. Nobody wants to hear that shit. I know I don't. I don't want to hear about the fairy tale story, okay? I want to hear about how you had to go to the extravaganza and you had to sleep on the floor, okay? I want to hear when you had to go to extravaganza and you was in a 2-bedroom hotel, or you was in a 1-bedroom hotel with 2 beds with 7 girls in there. That's what we want to hear, because that was me. My first extravaganza, it was in Long Beach, California. It was 1 bedroom. 2 beds, 7 girls, and me. That was my first extravaganza. That's the story we want to hear. We want to hear about the struggle that it took. We want to hear about the ticket that you had to get when you went on the JKO after you said New Year, New Me, and you got another ticket going to JKO, and you was pissed and you didn't want to go to the event. We want to hear about how you had to show up to the events by yourself because people said that they was going to go and they didn't show up. We want to hear about how you had to stay up until 12 a.m. to hit your 2,500. Right? Because you could not get that 5%, right? We want to hear about how you said you was going to do the fit club and you did the first fit club and you had 1 person there after 12 people confirmed with you. We want to hear about that because that's what's going to make it the reality for other people, because the thing about it is the Cinderella story, the glass slipper, all that good shit, that's a 1 in 100 story. But the story about how you had to do this, people didn't show up, you had to work hard, you had to do things that made you afraid, you had to get uncomfortable. Those are the things that people want to hear that's going to make you more relatable to say, hey, if he or she did it, I can do it too. Because that's the thing. You want people to say they can do it too, because you don't want to be the person that's untouchable. You don't want to be the person that's unrelatable. You don't want to be the person that says, or that's just too perfect. Because then people will say, hey, I can't do Herbalife because I have to be like that to do Herbalife. I have to be perfect to do Herbalife. And the thing about it is, nobody's perfect, right? I know you guys might think I'm perfect, right? I get that. Awesome. I appreciate you guys. But I go through shit too, right? I go through shit, okay? And don't think that I don't. I go through shit all the time. But the thing is, though, I'm clear on what my vision is, and I don't let my life shit, right, get into my Herbalife shit, because these are two different things. If they were one, then you know what? It would be a lot of shit that would be going on in Herbalife right now. That's what I will say. So you have to separate the two. Don't allow your life to dictate how your business is going. And don't let your business dictate your life. Only when you become a president team member. That's when your business should dictate your life. Because at that point, you're doing a bunch of shit that, you know what I'm saying, is popping, is cracking. You see what I'm saying? I want to live the popping life. I want to live the cracking life. I want to be the person that inspires people. I want to have the nice stuff. You see what I'm saying? But it's deeper than having a nice stuff. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than traveling the world and speaking on stages and that kind of stuff. It's who did you have to be to do those things? Who did you have to become to do those things? What did you have to change within inside of you to be able to become of enough value for people to say, hey, we want to fly you out to come teach our region? That was a lightweight bar. Who are you going to have to become? Are you willing to strip your old self down? Are you willing to get to the nitty gritty? Are you willing to walk in them trenches alone? It's going to take that sometimes. Not every time, not all the time, but I guarantee you, sometimes it's going to take that. It's going to take a different level of energy. It's going to take a different level of effort. It's going to take a different level of thinking, right? It's going to take you asking questions. It's going to take you putting the ego aside. Yeah, that's what it is. That is what it is, my friends. All questions are good questions. Oh, we ain't got no questions. Y'all gonna make it easy for your boy, huh? How do we have brand new people on the call with no questions? That's what I want to know. I'm taking shots. What's your question, girl? Oh, no question? Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Let me get back to that. All right, it's cool. No questions. It's a good question. No, okay. Wait, no, back to what I was saying. JKO. I don't know how I got off of JKO. I'm going to say this, and then we're going to dip and call it a day. JKO is the first weekend of January 4th through the 6th. 15K President's Team member, Super Mario, is going to be our speaker. He's the homie, super dope. I've actually never heard him. I've known Super for like 3-4 years. I've never actually heard him train on stage. I've only heard him on his team calls, and I've only gotten what I've gotten from him from our personal conversations. But every person that I talk to say when he gets on stage, he be training. Like, that man be training. So if you don't have your JKO ticket, oh, Bridget, you went, right? You went when Super was the, yeah. So she know, definitely. If you don't have your JKO ticket, to NorCal JKO, get your NorCal JKO ticket. It's January 4th through the 6th. It's going to be amazing. If you manage to make it to NorCal and you do not have any immediate ties, you could come stay at my house. And then we'll all mob together. Just reach out to me. It's all the way good. You already know. Our upline is going to be there. My sponsor, Patrick Livingston, he's going to be there. So it's going to be a lituation. Yeah, Super, he going to come raw. He going to come real. He going to give you the deal. But no fluff, no excuses. My man signed up. I'm going to give you a quick story. You guys are going to hear this, obviously. But he signed up with Herbalife with 2 felonies with his unemployment check on house arrest. So imagine you got 2 strikes against you. You on house arrest, and you get an unemployment check, and you decided to sign up with Herbalife. 2 years later, President's Team member. Another year later, 15K. Last month, just made $40,000 doing Herbalife. He signed up on house arrest. And y'all trying to tell me y'all don't want to do this business? Come on, man. That don't make sense. $40,000 last month. How many of y'all done made 40,000 in a month? Raise your hand. Oh, you didn't make 40,000 in a month? Listen, check it out. If you didn't make 40,000 in a month, you don't gotta do Herbalife then. Shit. Right. But listen. Shit, even 10,000 a month. Give it to me. Shit. 20,000. Give it to me. 30,000. Give it to me. But 40K? How reckless? Listen, I'm already lightweight reckless right now, and I can't even afford to be reckless. You give me 40,000 monthly? I don't know what I'd do. I might buy a tiger or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just why would I buy a tiger? Because I can. Because I'm a $40,000 monthly man. What's 40,000 times 12? Let me see. 40K times 12. Almost 500,000 a year. Doing Herbalife? Drinking the shakes, wearing the button, talking to people? $500,000 this year doing that? I don't know too many professions that pay $500,000 a year, no matter if you got a degree or not. Now, yeah, if you're a star athlete, yeah, of course. If you're in the NBA, yeah, or NFL, whatever, yeah, of course, that's chump change, obviously. But for the average person, this is the average person's chance to live an extraordinary life. I didn't make that up. Mark Hughes made it up. Average person's chance to live an extraordinary life is to do Herbalife. $500,000 a year. It's possible for you. It's possible for us. It's possible for us as an organization. If you want it, go get it. If you need help, call me. If I'm not the person who you need to reach out to the person you need help from. Because the thing is, I don't got ego. If you don't feel like you can get enough help from me, that is 1,000% fine. Go reach out to the person that you feel like will help you the best. But don't have ego to not ask for help. That's the difference. Ask for help, but not enough ego to not ask for help, because that used to be me. I used to think that I could do things on my own and I could figure it out. And it kind of worked for a very short amount of time until I got capped because I wasn't growing no more. So I was like, listen, I need to ask for help. What can you do to help me? You see what I'm saying? And so then when I started getting help, it allowed me to become a better person, a more, it allowed me to have more capacity for people, right? So then I can do more things for more people that happen to come onto the team. You see what I'm saying? So ask for help if you need it. Continue to do the things that you guys are doing. Go for your first cut of whatever, right? If you're going for a senior consultant, go for it. If you're going for qualified producer, going for it. If you're going for supervisor, go for it. If you're going for your first cut of active supervisor, go for it. If you're going for your second or third cut of active supervisor, go for it, right? And if you don't know the qualifications, go on myherbalife.com. And if you can't find it there, ask your sponsor. Are you qualifying for the promotions that's available? There's hella promotions available right now. If you don't know what they are, myherbalife.com. Everything you need to know about anything Herbalife is on myherbalife.com. All you got to do is go on there, right? That's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm gonna give it to you guys one more time. All questions is good questions. If we ain't got no I see you. I see that sigh. Talk to me. I seen that sigh, girl. You ain't got no sigh? Oh, now you ain't got no sigh. Okay, it's cool. It's cool. We'll get back. Oh, Pat, there you go. Okay, cool. Wow. This is a recorded call. This is a recorded call.
Okay.
And people will see this. So professional. So professional.
Excuse me, you've already been cussing on the call, okay?
That's okay if I'm cussing on the call.
You might not want to put this one up.
Listen here. Listen, all the calls go up. Anyway, it's all good. I'm going to see you guys. Call me if you need me. We got 14 days left in the month. Make sure you max it out. If you need me, call me. I'm going to say it again. If you need me, call me. I'm going to see you guys. The call will be uploaded soon. Enjoy your night. It's going to be lit.